Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Bert Ferguson, Realtor, coming to you guys with another video. And this time we're talking to my buyers again. A lot of people out there are first-time home buyers and they are crunching the numbers, thinking about mortgage, thinking about all that stuff. But I want to talk to you guys about the hidden costs of home ownership. What are the things that you can expect after you've already bought your home? These are some of the things that realtors or other mortgage real estate professionals don't always go over with you. So I want you, before you even go out to look at homes, to understand the hidden costs of home ownership. So right here, we're going to get right into it. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the video, and let's get right into it. So number one, property taxes and HOA. When you buy a home, you get a breakdown of what your current property taxes are. But over time, those things will go up. If you live in an area where the school district is having a referendum and they need to make increases in repairs or they need to expand, that is going to increase your property taxes. Or if there's going to be significant changes in infrastructure in the town that you're in, that's also going to affect your property taxes. Your property taxes will go up eventually, so I always tell homeowners, be prepared for that information. And if you get something from the county or the town that you're in that your property taxes will increase, reach back out to me, because I usually have a pulse on what's happening in the area and why you may be getting that information of an increase and how you can verify it to make that true. And next is going to be HOA. If you live in a community where there's a lot of amenities, or you live in a community with a clubhouse, you need to make sure that you are aware of the HOA fees. Now, even if your community has minimal updates and not even a playground, you still may have a homeowner HOA where they will set certain standards for the community, where they will also have bylaws for the community that have certain rules, regulations of what you can or cannot do. These fees from time to time can increase. If you live in a condominium, you will also potentially see increases in your condo fees. These are for your common area maintenances. Okay, so property taxes and HOA fees are one of the first things I tell people to make sure they understand may go up and could be a cost that you don't always account for. All right, so number two, the next hidden fee or the hidden cost of home ownership, you guessed it, repairs. Now, you're a homeowner now. There is no landlord or anyone who's responsible for things that break in your home. I always tell people to budget at least 1% of the home's purchase price per year to handle things like HVAC issues, electrical, plumbing, things were cracking a window. You never know what's going to happen, and your home's always going to have something happen. I get so many people after they close on their home and they say, Bert, this is wrong, or Bert, this isn't right. Sometimes home inspection companies don't catch everything. And if you go right here, you can actually watch my video on how to navigate home inspections. But home inspection companies don't always catch everything. So you got to make sure you put some money aside for those repairs that are your responsibility. All right. So no more landlord. You're the landlord now. So 1% of the home's purchase price, make sure you budget that once a year just for your common maintenance of your home. All right. So number three is going to be utilities. Now, depending on where you live and the type of home that you have, you may have a septic and a well. Those are very big things that control the plumbing, the outflow of water of your home, and waste, and the inflow of water into your home. You want to make sure that you keep up with your septic and well. Your septic could be about $2,000 to $3,000 every few years to get it checked, dredged. And also every 3 years, we recommend you get a water test for your well to make sure there's no nitrates, E. coli, or any other bacteria that's coming from your well and getting into your drinking or bathing water. Okay. Now, also when it comes to utilities, your regular service providers like electric, gas, and water, if you don't live on a well. Sometimes these bills can go up. Now, if you're watching this and you're in Delaware, you may know about Delaware Power. Delaware Power had a huge surge in what they call transformation fees, or fees of the facilitating of the electric going into the homes. Those fees jumped drastically this year for many people who use Delaware Power as their electric service provider and have seen an increase in their electric bill. So, these are things that you have to account for. Maybe your utilities will go up for some unknown reason. You haven't increased how much you're actually using in a particular utility, but there's something outside of your control that has now increased that bill. You want to budget for that. All right. So utilities, that would be number 3. And specifically, I want you to watch your septic and your well if you do purchase a property that has those. All right. So number 4, I always get those clients who want those big, beautiful backyards with all the land and all the space. Well, guess what? You're going to have to cut that thing. All right. So I want you to make sure you guys budget for mowers and for landscape and lawn care. In the hotter months, you want to make sure that you keep your property nice and pristine. And like I mentioned earlier, you may even have an HOA in your community that orders your lawn to be at a certain height and never go over it, or you may get a fine. So make sure if you're going to budget for a riding mower, or if you're going to get lawn care services, you have that budgeted out. And if you do get lawn care services, you go ahead and get quotes from different companies so you can make sure you have the best option for you. Not to mention landscaping. So let's say you're going to do a little something extra. You're going to put a rose bush in. You're going to get hedges done. You're going to put rocks down to create a flower bed. That all costs as well. Make sure you have a good idea on what mulch costs and tool costs, just so you're prepared and you're not stuck with a front lawn that you're not proud of when you move into your home. And also is furniture. Since we're talking about the beautification of a home, I always say budget at least $4,000 to $5,000 for starter furniture. Depending on the room, add another $500 just to make sure you've got just enough to keep your home beautified and ready for guests, or even just for your own comfort. So I mean pots, pans, furniture like for your living room, your dining room. As you can see behind me, we've got all type of stuff in the house. This costs money. So you want to make sure that you budget for it so that you have a beautiful experience when you're decorating and moving into your home and you don't feel like you didn't get everything together. This video will be a great resource for that. All right. So furniture and lawn care, make sure you budget for it. All right, guys. So those are my tips for you to make sure you understand what the hidden cost of home ownership can be. Those are the big things that I see people really have issues with or questions on. And if you have any deeper questions on that, reach out to me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, LinkedIn, anywhere you can find videos. You can reach out to me, or you can reach out to me via cell 302-204-1347, or you can reach out to me via email bertf@rushhome.com. So you can get a better understanding of the hidden costs of home ownership. As those, you don't want those things to creep up on you, because it can make your home ownership experience just that much more stressful. But watching this video is going to save you a lot of time. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.